My presentation is on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I am Rohini Gunawardhana. Let's see who Abraham Maslow was. He was an American psychologist who was born in 1908. Actually, he was influenced by the famous psychologists Sigmund Freud and B.F. Skinner. But he wanted to move ahead where Sigmund Freud was talking about motivation and B.F. Skinner was talking about behavioral patterns from the environment. Taking these into consideration, Abraham Maslow introduced the theory of human motivation in 1943, introducing hierarchy of needs. He studied psychology at the University of Wisconsin, and he believed humans have innate drive to grow. So that is how he introduced self-actualization in his theory, and he passed away in 1970. Let's take a quick look at this pyramid where he arranged all the steps, the 5 steps in the hierarchy in a pyramid. We find the psychological needs in the base where you find the bigger area, and then safety and security, love and belonging, self-esteem, and on the pinnacle we find self-actualization. Let's look at these in detail. Right, the basic we find the psychological needs, the fundamental needs. People, for their survival, they must have food, water, shelter, clothing. If they don't have this, there is no growth or next movement. That's why we need to fulfill the basic needs. If not, they will be sick, people will be fatigued, and finally, if it is prevailing for a longer period, they will be seriously ill, and that can cause death. Once these basic needs are fulfilled, human can move on to their safety needs. They look for safety. If they have a house, they want to have some locks in the doors, windows. If they have a fence, they will have a gate, and after that they will have a stable income. Once all these met, they can look for their well-being, the mental health and the physical health, and they live happily once they are secured. When they meet that, they come to love and belonging. Humans are naturally social creatures. They tend to have connections, especially with the family members. Once they have their family members, they take a step outside, they have friends, and they have intimacy and community. They go to the society where the society accepts them. If not, they will lose connections. They will be isolated. They will have loneliness. So, this love and belonging is very important. As the 4th stage, Maslow introduced esteem needs. Now the people have passed 3 stages. So they are fulfilled in certain areas. Now they look for the esteem needs. They need respect. They want others to believe in them. They need praise, fame, and that naturally comes from that create inner confidence. They feel like independently engaging in something. And Maslow believed that internal esteem is more important and powerful and long-lasting than external validation. People have this sense of value and capability of to do new things, new ideas, and to go after goals. If not, they will have inferiority complex. They will lose confidence. So, esteem is very important. Once all these fulfilled, they come to the self-actualization. Now they know their levels, they know their capacity. Now they want to be the best or the unique, where they want to achieve their success, or which is the pinnacle level. Right now, as a teacher, now why did I select Maslow's theory? As a teacher, the student who comes to the classroom or the school, the teacher is the direct person or the sole person that the student can rely on, depend on these 5 stages that Maslow introduced. Let's look at how these Maslow's theory can be applicable in the classroom with the students. If children comes to the classroom, enters the classroom without having breakfast, without having a meal, without having the proper uniform, the child feels shy, as the child doesn't have a tie or proper shoes, or if the child is hungry, the student cannot continue a lesson or start a lesson. So the teacher can simply attend to personally and to ask what the problem is, and provide a meal without knowing others. And if there can be some children or there can be some teachers who have some excess materials, so the teacher can provide them some clothes. So when the physiological needs are provided to the child happily starts learning. And at the same time, when the child enters the classroom, if the classroom is well lit, and if the child feels protection, okay, I am well protected in the classroom, and there are no dangerous places, some risky places, right? I am comfortable in the classroom. So again, the student is ready for the lesson. If not, the teacher has to find whether the desk is okay, whether the chair is not broken, whether the student can sit properly there. If the child is wearing glasses, the teacher has to find the child a comfortable place for the child to sit. It's the safety. Right now, the student is ready to continue the lesson. But at the same time, there can be some students coming from broken families, students with some problems at home. So they always seek for love. And we find some naughty children or some students disturbing the teacher or the class or the other children. So that means seeking attention. That is mainly they look for love and care. So the teacher has to attend to them personally without shouting, because the teacher can understand why this child is disturbing the lesson, because the child needs love and attention. And once all these 3 levels are met, according to Maslow, the child is ready to work. Now, the student wants to learn, score marks, or maybe score higher marks than the previous term, or to compete. I want to score more marks, right? And to show the students' talents, because they love to have praise and to get certificates, to climb onto the stage. So they need that recognition, esteem needs. And once all these stages pass, now the students, they need the self-actualization. They want to be the first in the class, or they want to have the 9 A's for the national exams. They want to show they are the best colors. Now let's go to a real classroom. The children can be shouting in the classroom. There are such children. So the teacher can call, Pasindu, Nelaka, why are you shouting in the classroom? Why are you laughing only for yourselves? We also like to share the joke. Shall we complete the work? And then we'll all share the joke and we can all have a hearty laughter. So they have the hope that the teacher is giving us a chance to get the attention. The teacher is giving us the chance for everybody to have this story or to have a fun time. So I think Abraham Maslow, once he said, one can choose to go back towards safety or forward toward growth. Growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again. Abraham Harold Maslow. Thank you.